take half our time here for the second half of the show and just do a quick look back at Mass Effect, where we think it's going to go for the new console generation. So here we go. Let's start with the first Mass Effect game, I guess. I want to beat these guys to the punch because I know they're going to say this. Before I had the 360 and I only had the PlayStation, this game was released and everyone was like, "Oh man, this game seems like it would be right up your alley. You got to play this." And I had seen a few things and I had seen people complaining about the load times, and so I kind of joined in with everyone saying, "Oh, that game, it's elevator effect. You just stand in the elevator and wait for the elevator."
And you were right.
You're going, right?
You were absolutely right.
So yeah. I had to say that because I knew that was going to come up, but I'll be honest. I did get a 360 and I did play this game, and you guys are right. This game is awesome. So this was my first BioWare RPG. What do you guys have to say about the first one here? Because it's probably been a while. Or actually, Molly's playing it now. So how about you start?
Yeah. I don't know. My roommate, like a year ago, was playing the second one, and I had never played the game before, and we would just sit and watch each other play video games all the time. So I was like, this is awesome. It's definitely time that I dip my toes in the water, I guess. But so far, it's an awesome game. I think I'm like halfway, 2/3 through, but yeah, I get why you love it so much.
Yeah. As far as the elevator effect, I gotta get to that because
the load
take
times,
the elevator on the
do
Normandy.
suck.
Take the elevator on the Normandy
okay.
down to the cargo bay.
Multiple times, it's not that bad.
Sit there and watch the thing move.
We did this the first episode. The
You
characters
remember
and the
what I
story,
said?
just like
You're an apologist. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Shut up.
You just went,
the characters are so good. The story. The thing is, this game is all about characters.
Yeah, that's true.
the elevator load times do kind of suck. When this game, I was hyped for this game because I was a big BioWare fan anyways, and the game's awesome. I loved it. So I was, from beginning to end, I was psyched on this game. I remember telling Chris about it. I remember hearing Chris's complaints about it without even playing it. So it is funny to hear him praise this game now, but it's
very similar.
Yeah, it's like 10 years later he's praising the game.
In some ways.
Yes. Yeah, when I first played this game, I played on a PC like a normal person. So
Come on.
This is also the first game I played with an SSD, so load times were non-existent.
Oh, yeah.
That complaint was lost on you. You had no clue
That
what I was
I will
talking
say, because
about.
I played through it a second time, because I moved over to PC, so I replayed it. Oh my god. I will say, at least for this first game, because when I did my second playthrough, because I played through as a soldier at first, and I said, well, let me try like an adept or one of the other more specialty classes. I couldn't do it with a controller. I got my ass kicked constantly. Played on PC, I could just hotkey everything, and it was just way better. And those load times were like nothing. So, yeah, I agree with Xander there. It's just it's definitely an improved PC experience with this game.
Sure.
I'm gonna tell you about my experience with the game. I played it one day, fell asleep, never played it again.
Yeah, I let you borrow my copy, and then I got it back the next day. I was like, "Did you even play this?"
I played it for one night. I fell asleep during the middle of it. I was like, "Well,
Tom's
that was,
a game
that was
hipster.
boring as crap," and
things
then I
that
had
are,
never played that game again.
That are retro and cool like that.
Oh boy.
And you also have Karth from Knights of the Republic, who plays.
Yeah, Karth sucked anyway.
Yeah,
well,
no, I fell asleep during that game
At the
too.
end of my game, so.
You didn't have Ashley in your party?
No, I did. I had him stay behind and arm the nuke. So.
Yeah, I like Mass Effect 1. I almost kind of... The second one I thought was I know we're not talking about it yet, but the second one I thought in terms of gameplay was a lot better, but there's something about the first game I liked a lot more than the second.
The first game had an actual inventory system.
The first one was more of a traditional RPG, exactly. And the second one they stripped a lot of things out and they focused more on the shooting and the less on the whole leveling and inventory management aspects of it. But yeah, I mean, we can bounce over to the second game. The thing is, one of the things I really like about it is the fact that you save your.
Look at this, the first game had grenades. Where the hell did those go?
Oh yeah, the disc grenades.
The thing with the second game, it was just too action for me. I liked it. The first game was so very RPG, and I didn't like it. Was
but the action makes it more fluid. It's easier to play through. It's more fun.
What, the second one? I totally disagree.
I think
scenes were
I'm actually
fine
playing
in
the
the
second
first
one right
game.
now because I started playing that and I prefer it to the first one. I actually like that it's more action oriented.
The second one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes...
Yeah, I like that too.
Here we go. Watch this.
All right. If we have-
Whatever.
Wait.
Does that really take away from the
Yeah,
game?
there they are in the elevator as usual. I fell asleep during this part playing the first game. It's boring as crap.
Yeah, I
this
think
looks like a real joy.
They did. They tried to hide some stuff, right? And you
This should be its own game.
You get the newscasts and stuff where it'll talk about stuff that you probably did, and they do try and alleviate some of this, just kind of sitting here watching the
Waiting
watching the
around
lights.
to
Brings you
get out of the
in the
elevator.
Gotta go buy my own copy right now. Look at that.
So
Look
exciting.
at this.
Wait,
that
wait,
money
is
for
this
that SSD was well spent. This is not acceptable.
So what
Yeah,
did this do
Xander's
then?
the only
Did
one
this
playing
like
it the
you
right
would get in
way.
the elevator and then the doors would just open back up? Like so would
yeah,
it
it's just like you see that shit in the background going by. It just goes by, and then you're
Yeah,
at the bottom.
it was like 5 to 10 seconds tops.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if that.
Okay, well that's cool.
I will say, I was hyped on this game when I first played. I was psyched. I didn't notice that right away. So I was like, damn. I was like,
Long time to wait in an elevator.
yeah, it's elevator. As far as going from this one to the second one, I was fine with the action, like shooting in this game, because I looked at it as, I guess, an RPG and less of a shooter. And the transition to the second one is definitely noticeable, where you get like ammo drops and stuff, and there's like way more guns, which is cool. But I don't know, something about the first one, like for me, like just really like hit the point. Like the music and everything was just like perfect in it, and like I felt like the story, even though it was only the first part of the trilogy, like just had a nice feel to it that I don't know. For me, the second and third just didn't really hit. They were still very good games, but to me, like my favorite one's always the first one, the one I've replayed the most.
Yeah, I
agree.
kind of feel like the first one was maybe like a slower paced game with like just like
Yeah.
the story and everything.
It
Just,
definitely was.
take your time, enjoy this new universe and everything. And then
I like
second
that.
game is basically, all right, shit's going down, get your crew ready, go through the Omega Relay.
Hurry up.
And then you're like,
Beat
yeah.
the game
Well,
already.
they marketed the second game as like, oh, it's more of a personal experience because you have these different characters. I kind of disagree with that. I think having less characters, like the first game, was more of a personal experience because you actually had time to like get to know these characters.
Are there just like more options to choose from for
For
like your
in the-
party in the
There's
second
so
one?
many more characters.
And obviously in the first game, there's like you have like an extra 4 to 5 party members. In the second game, there's a total of 9.
There's way
So
too
like,
many.
and the whole point of like what I would do in the first game is after every mission, I would go down and talk to Rex, Liara,
That's what you gotta do.
Ashley, and it was awesome because it really brought you into that world. With this, like after every mission with the second game, I would have to go, and it just didn't feel the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, go down
it
the
was
line.
like too
right?
much.
But I
Gotta
mean-
get everybody. Can't miss anyone.
Like that, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it depends how you want to play the game. Like, personally, like when I play games like this, like I want all the characters. Like, when I play an RPG, I talk to like everybody in the town, or like that's just the way I play. So like with too many characters, this game kind of just seemed like a bit heavy-handed. It seemed like way too much. But I guess you can choose not to play that way and just like, just get the characters, as they come to you, and it kind of makes each time you play the game maybe a little different if you choose a different character. But I
I
don't
even
know.
feel like in the second game, like there was a bunch of characters, all different like varied characters, like stealth assassin and like hacker and all that, which was kind of cool. But like even that, it's like I could feel myself getting like, okay, I don't care about stealth guy.
I just
Like gotta go down to the cargo bay and talk to that guy again. Like don't even bother. I don't even care anymore.
I just talked to Liara and
It's
Ashley
boring.
the whole time just so they could like me. We can make sweet space love, but that's just me personally.
Space love.
Space love.
I mean, I can't say that's the way I'm playing the game, but I can see why
playing
one
it
might play it
wrong.
from that standpoint.
We should be coming up on the Mass Effect 2 here footage at some point. But anyways, I was gonna say the thing that I really like, and other games have done this as well. But here's the first time you meet Rex. But one of the things I liked is the fact that you take your save file from the first game and you take it through onto Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3, and that's really cool because you keep your class and you can change certain things along the way, but it really gives you a sense that the stuff that you do across each of the 3 games is retained, and you have to decide certain things one way or another, and that's really cool.
Yeah, wait until the third one.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've heard such terrible things about the third
it's
one.
not. I like it. I like it.
It's fun. It's fun. If you like the first one, I mean, I liked them all. It just, I feel like this first game, set up like these really big expectations, and I don't want to say dumbed down, but I will. I feel like the other two games were just kind of they were dumbed down. I feel like I think they're made to focus more towards an action game audience.
The 2 and 3.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like the
Oh,
first
good.
one
Yeah,
was like
definitely.
the real RPG, explore everything, all its elements, and then the second two, like especially the third one, I was like, all right, we ran over our head with these decisions and all this shit. We can't make the game change for every decision, or we can't make the ending of the entire series change for every decision. We gotta do something. All right, 3 endings, that's it, to get it done.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like, and this is kind of off base with, off subject with Mass Effect, but I feel like BioWare in general has kind of taken a drop in quality. I feel like this is like the last like classic BioWare game in my opinion. Well, actually, some people would argue Dragon Age Origins, I guess, but for me, I personally think this is like the last classic BioWare. What used to be like the untouchable RPG developer, now they feel kind of subpar, like since this game came out, or since I should say like the third game in Dragon Age 2 and stuff. So
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, this was my first BioWare RPG, and so you got stuff like the dialogue wheel and other things that are consistent but across the BioWare games. But I can definitely see what you're saying, because since the EA acquisition, it definitely feels different.
Yeah, I think, and that was the first time with EA because they started with the second game and it became more action. And I think Xander mentioned earlier, like with this game, it's just like a slower pace, and I kind of like that.
Even right here, just like driving the Mako around like
This was
Uncharted.
awesome.
I
2
love
and
driving
everything,
this
like,
thing.
That wasn't in the second game.
They don't have that in the second one.
Well, it
No,
was.
you
You get what
mine minerals.
you get
and
there's a
oh
mining.
yeah.
There's
I
a
mean,
mining
you just
mini, but
like
you get
shoot the things
yeah,
at the
I
planet.
mean, it's
you
kind of
get the,
addicting, but
if you get the Firewalker pack, they do have the
Yeah,
the
it's
like
Mako.
one mission.
So
yeah, there's like a DLC.
or no, not the
with it,
the
but
Hammerhead. It's not wheels. It's like it's a
It's
similar.
like a hovercraft
yeah,
type
it's
thing.
a similar
Yeah.
type of ground vehicle, but it kind of feels the same. It's wicked fast. It's way faster than the Mako, and it doesn't
Yeah,
it doesn't have
that-
wheels on it.
I don't know. I liked, like, personally, I like playing the side missions a lot just because I really like to drive this thing
Yeah,
around.
this is definitely
But
cool.
I don't know. The game is definitely so expansive that, like, every time you turn it on, you can choose to, either talk to every person that you can, or you can just play side missions for 5 hours or whatever, or, like, I don't know.
No,
I hope that it's a thing that's sustained through, like, the rest of them, but
I
I'm
think
not
it
really
is.
sure that that's
What
the
do you
case.
guys think of the elusive man?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, this
who
guy.
cares?
He was
I don't
alright.
even really remember him.
Is that the
What?
Inquisitive Man or whatever?
Really?
What's his deal again?
The Elusive Man?
Never heard of him.
He's the leader.
Isn't that Alec Baldwin?
No, it's Martin Sheen.
It's Martin
Oh,
Sheen, dude.
I was close, right?
Not even close. You're way off base.
That's some Hollywood jerk.
No, Martin Sheen's awesome.
Yeah.
No, he did a good job. I mean, with Mass Effect 2, you're right. It was about the characters, and I liked how it was about, okay, you get this plan out in front of you. You have to recruit all these specialists, and then you have to go on this ridiculous, insane mission that you're probably not going to come back from. But it still has the side quests, and it still has the other stuff to do, and each character has loyalty missions. So this game worked really well, and it was on my list when we started doing this show as one of my favorite games. Mass Effect 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Mass Effect 2, they just hit all the points on this game. It was definitely awesome. So, I mean, I don't know. And you can see from the gameplay here how they
Nick might
changed
disagree
it.
with you there.
Oh, I disagree. Not completely, but I just, I don't know, I feel like I'm repeating myself. I just liked the slower, the aspect of the first one. And I liked how there was less characters, so you could really get to know them more.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. But, like, the gameplay in 2 is still awesome. I just like the way it played better in 1.
I liked how you had most of the characters from the original game, and most of them came over, and then you had a whole bunch of new ones to go get and and meet and add to your squad too. So
Yeah, and then even
And he had some DLC characters to
Oh,
pay for after you
How
buy
many
it.
Yeah.
DLC characters could you?
There was,
There
second
was-
one had 2, I
it was
believe.
2. Yeah, it was Zaid and Kasumi.
Yeah.
And Zaid was a pretty cool character, but, you shell
And
out
then
some
they
extra
like,
dough for that.
especially like we're seeing here with like the hacking system. Like
I thought-
they redid this, which that was like.
I thought this was a good addition on this.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
hacking
I'm not saying they added a lot of good additions. Like with side quests, I think it was so much better than the first game. But I'm saying, with that was like for me what I noticed. It's like it was just so much better in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the second game felt way bigger.
You think if? Oh, yeah, I can
It
see
just
that.
felt bigger. Like I felt like there's just more to do. I
It
mean, there's
felt-
so many more characters.
Felt bigger
and-
in some ways. Like they locked out like half the Citadel. Like, was that the
Oh
third
yeah,
game?
no, you're right. The Citadel was non-existent in the second game, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, if your game carries over, it wouldn't be, I guess. Well, I mean, maybe
Well,
that
okay, yeah,
changes.
we won't.
I'm
yeah.
not there yet.
No,
maybe, I
yeah,
don't
that's
know.
what I was saying. We won't ruin it for you, but there's sort of a reason why you can't access the Citadel too much in the second game, but then there's also, I think they, for whatever reason, maybe they got lazy or maybe whatever. They could have reused the stuff from the from Mass Effect 1, but in 3 the Citadel's like completely redesigned and
Also,
there's
that
more stuff to
guy-
do.
The dude who does that voice is
Yeah,
from Battlestar,
That's
right?
the guy. Yeah, I forget his name.
Colonel
He's the
Ty.
XL. Yeah. So
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
There you go. Yeah, they.
I'm almost
Did,
done with
did
that
they
series.
did they do that in other BioWare games? Do they get like Hollywood actors or?
Yeah, I think so.
In Dragon Age, I can't think of anyone too big in
With
it.
with
And then
with Fallout, they did though. I think.
dude,
Fallout?
completely different company.
Is that the right
yeah,
company?
that's Bethesda.
Is that the
There
right?
was
I don't know. All these
Interplay
games are
first, and then-
all these newfangled new games are stupid anyway.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. This one had like some bigger names that the other. I'm trying to think other BioWare games with like actual voice acting. I guess there was like KOTOR and Jade Empire, and then there was Dragon Age 1 and 2. I never finished Dragon Age 2. I thought it was pretty much crap. Dragon Age 1 is very good though, but I can't remember any big name like Hollywood actors in that.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard
like Tom
Dragon
Cruise
Age 2
and
was a
Brad
bit of a
Pitt.
rush job, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was crap. The third one's coming out soon, so
Yeah, it was crap.
we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna definitely try it out because I don't want to just completely disregard this company because like the last few games haven't like been up to par with some
Right.
of their older games, but we'll see.
This was good. The shopping.
Yeah,
Well, this is the Citadel, right? So yeah,
collecting
the
ships.
Citadel's available, but in limited
I-
areas.
And it's just the way that it's designed. I kind of wish they had the same exact world. Maybe like design things a different way. Like this just looks completely different.
You're right. It does.
I mean, it's different parts of it, I guess, too, because it's a big ass station, so it's
Something
like
about the art direction is slightly different, and I don't know. I just love. I would play the first game.
I know
back
what
to
you
back
mean,
to
though.
back.
I know what you mean. The first game had more of like an open like sci-fi space opera look.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
one looks more like and it looks the same, but like there are certain things that make me think more of like a military like shooter in a sci-fi setting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more. It's like
It's
I don't know.
subtle,
It's
but
like
I know what you're talking
It's
about.
like something.
It's something. That's all we got.
All right, let's round things out here because I want to wrap this segment here up. But thoughts on Mass Effect 3? I'll say, I'll
Oh
start.
my
So,
God,
yeah,
here we go.
when Mass Effect 3 came around, like I said, if I'm gonna tell you guys that Mass Effect 2 is one of my favorite games ever, you can imagine how hyped I was for Mass Effect 3. And I'll say this, in my opinion, they blew it with
I don't think they blew it. I really don't.
I think,
Nick boldly loves these games.
Oh, Jeff, what do you have to say?
I thought it was an enjoyable game, but
You,
it
alright, yeah.
it was like I said before. It was kind of a letdown. It definitely had some enjoyable aspects, but it didn't live up, I guess, to the hype that I created in my head when I played the first game. The second game I liked, and I was like, all right, this was good. I didn't like as much as one, but I thought it was like a decent follow-up. But the third one, I guess, was sort of a decent follow-up to the second game. But when I go from 1 to 3, it's worth playing, but it just wasn't what I was hoping for in the beginning.
You don't like it from a story perspective.
Well,
correct?
two main things. Here's what they are. Number one, the ending, which no one's gonna
I have
fight
an
me
opinion
on,
that,
right?
too.
The ending was they could have done anything that would have been better than what it wound up being. And two, all the characters from Mass Effect 2. I mean, you got Liara here, but she's the developer favorite, so she's in there, so that's cool. But all the other
after she
characters,
wasn't even in the second game, except
all-
the DLC mission.
yeah, all the other characters are reduced to cameo roles in this third installment, and that's what got me. You go, you meet them on the Citadel, or you have like one mission with them, and depending on if you did certain things in the second game a certain way, they may or may not be there. It's I did not like the way they handled that in this, and I understand when you've got that many characters, they're all fighting for screen time, but still I just did not agree with that.
The problem I have with Mass Effect 3 is like, essentially, there's really only one ending. Would you agree with that? There's really only one ending to the game?
Pretty much.
Now, I liked that ending. What my problem is, there should have been a couple more, like, totally different endings. If they did something like that would have been fine. But I liked the actual ending that they gave us. Just that was it. And I'm just saying there should have been more options.
I felt it was completely like deflated. Like I was just like, ugh. And disclaimer: Nick also liked the ending of the show Dexter that just ended.
Yeah.
Also
yeah,
hated.
look that up. Completely off topic, but yeah, just so you know where Nick's opinion is coming from.
Yeah, because your opinion is correct.
It is.
No, it's not.
Good comeback.
Yeah, Jeff's usually wrong.
I
I side with Nick.
You're an idiot, Tom. Anyways, I thought the game was good. The ending, I didn't think it was as bad as people made it out to be, but it like I said, it just, to me, it comes down to being kind of a letdown. Like, I've seen worse, but it was just kind of...
No, I'm not even saying it's the greatest ending, but if they had that ending that they gave us with options of other endings, I don't think it'd be as bad. I think it'd be...
Well, sure, yeah, if there were multiple endings that
But
were...
that's the problem. They didn't give us more options for endings. That's the whole problem.
So if that's the only option you give, then you can kind of say the ending was a letdown then, because the one option I just think was kind of mediocre and didn't live up to what should have been
I don't
expected
think it's
of
mediocre.
it.
I liked that ending, though.
All right.
So basically what you're saying is I should play everything but don't have like stars and rainbows in my eyes for the ending of the third.
Yeah, just,
Don't set my
like I
hopes
said,
really
it's
high.
a fun ride. The journey is fun. Just the end result is kind of like, it isn't like that was like... Well, some people say that was completely stupid. To me, it was more of a...
We can say this. The fans were so mad, and like
Yeah, I was
people
gonna say,
people disagree with this so much that they released a extended director's
Before they
cut.
Which I
extended
totally,
cut.
completely disagree with, because, I don't know, I
Yeah,
feel like
you
that's
don't
like...
you don't think they should have changed it?
Well, I feel like they had like a specific... The creators of this game had a specific vision, and if like you're going to take the time where they have to change that, like...
Here's the
Before
thing,
they released that
people didn't like the ending
DLC,
of-
parts of the ending didn't even make sense.
But if the ending...
Yeah.
If the ending, people didn't like the ending.
But they
of
should have
Dexter,
just
can
stuck
you
with it,
imagine if,
basically.
like, people like saying this so much that they actually reshoot the ending of Dexter?
Well,
like,
I don't want
gonna
to
be
cross
stupid.
over too much to the TV.
I know, but you
let
see
me
what I'm
say
saying.
this. I don't think the creators' original vision from when they made the
Yeah.
first game went over to here, because they partnered up with EA and it became more of a corporate moneymaker business model. And from one crossover to Dexter, it was a completely different writer towards the end from what started.
That's
So-
what happened here too. If
Yeah.
you want to say Drew Carpesian was busy with his other book stuff, and Mac Walters took over as lead writer, and that's a lot of people say that's what messed this up too, because Drew had some ideas for using, having the Reapers being motivated by dark matter and stuff, and if you pay attention to Tally's loyalty mission in Mass Effect 2, that's where they were planning to go with it, but since Drew left the writing team after that, they took it in a different direction. I would have rather seen that than what we got.
Yeah, I would have seen anything than that.
All right, well, let's actually wrap this up here. So to sum up, do you guys? We know they're working on a next generation. They're making a new Mass Effect game, but it's not going to be a Commander Shepard game.
Is that like confirmed though, or is that just...
The executive producer Casey Hudson he moved to a new studio, or they did confirm that this is in the works. So we know for sure there's going to be another Mass Effect game of some form on the new consoles. So, I guess I'll say, what we got with Mass Effect 3 has kind of turned me off to the entire franchise at this point. But I'm hopeful that they'll do something with the next one and get back to where it was.
I feel like they should just... This is this generation for the... Like, Mass Effect was like this, Xbox 360, PS3 generation. I feel like they should just... I feel like they should just kind of create like a new whole franchise.
Right.
Because I
Kinda
like,
with
I,
like
keeping the
Halo
same
and
keeping the same universe
you know,
and
Yeah.
new story.
what is it, Journey?
Okay.
Which one?
There's like the new, there's like Halo, and then there's Journey, like the whole new universe.
like with like AOTS.
Oh,
or,
Destiny, you mean?
Destiny. That's
That's
what
yeah,
I mean.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. It kind of
Yeah. I mean,
Just waiting for somebody to.
Oh, so yeah, so you're saying build another new universe, but
Yeah,
use,
just
use,
this
use
franchise-
influences
'cause
from
I-
the other stuff.
because I liked this this whole franchise. I liked Shepard's story, so I don't know.
I feel like they could use a universe though, because I mean,
Yeah, it's so big.
Yeah.
it's like Star Trek or Star Wars. They create a whole universe with different races and cultures. I mean, there's a lot they can use for different games. They don't all have to be on a huge grand epic scale. They can make, there's a lot they can do with it that they should do with it.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I guess we'll see. I mean,
Yeah.
next gen game, I'll play it. I mean, like I was kind of disappointed with 3, but I still liked them enough where, I want to see what they have to offer next.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was I was disappointed with 3, but the next one coming, I'm definitely interested in. So that's going to do it for our look back at Mass Effect.